Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone. My name is Barbara, and I lead the developer experience engineering team at cLabs. It's where we work on building, maintaining, and integrating developer tools for the Celo blockchain. So the developer experience is something really important to us at cLabs. We want developers to be able to easily build applications that are important for their communities. And so having a thriving tooling ecosystem is necessary to achieve that goal. So we've got a great lineup of organizations who are here to talk about some of the tools available to help build, understand, and grow your projects on Celo. So we're first going to start off hearing from Samuel, who's the CTO at Tatum. And Tatum is a tool that makes it easy to bring products to market and abstracts them away some of that complexity. So Samuel, I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Barbara. Hi, guys. I'm Sam. I'm CTO of Tatum, and today I'm going to show you what we are doing and how Celo is integrating into our platforms. With the recent boom of blockchain, there's so many applications and going on. There's so many possibilities for building DeFi apps, building NFT marketplaces, building new different types of wallets or exchanges, and many more things. Plus, there's so many developers all around the world who would like to access the blockchain and build something on the blockchain. So this is there's a huge potential for building something incredible, something new. But there's always a problem, and the problem we see is very high cost of blockchain infrastructure, not from the hardware perspective, but also from the DevOps perspective. So there's going to be a guy who has to take care of the nodes, and it's not easy. It's usually super hard. The other thing for the developers, which is much more like pain, is the difficulty of learning different blockchains. There's so many blockchain out these days that a developer needs to understand, need to know how to build on Ethereum or how to work with Cardano. And there's a huge mess. There's a huge mess between those different protocols. And it ends up that developers, they don't actually have the opportunity to realize their vision and to build what they want to build. That's why we built Tatum. That's our main goal, is to help developers to build blockchain applications super fast. We are basically a next generation blockchain infrastructure. We have supported more than 20 blockchains by these days, and there's more and more blockchains to come. But we are not only the raw infrastructure provider. So we just don't give you the Web3 or anything like this. We give you a lot of abstraction. So we're trying to build easy API for any developer who would like to build something on the blockchain. And if you want, you can always just go deep down into the Web3 or the native RPC of the blockchain you want to work on. But the abstraction is here for you. And there's so many things that you can build with abstraction. For example, there's so many NFT marketplaces building around. There's so many exchanges you would like to build. And abstractions give you the power to leverage multiple blockchains using the same API. And I don't want to just talk about it. I would like to really show you how easy our API is. And today I'm going to deploy a ERC721 smart contract on Celo. I'm going to mint a new token, new NFT token on Celo, and I'm going to transfer the token somewhere else. So I'm going to do 3 very basic and simple operations, but the real developer will have to build his own smart contract, do a lot of work in Solidity and stuff like that. So let's just take a look how it looks like using our API. I'm going to show you in Postman, it's a tool for invoking API calls. And you can see that what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to deploy the NFT token somewhere to the Celo blockchain from one address. The NFTs we support is a standard ERC721 smart contract. It's standardized, validated, ordered, so you don't have to take care of that. You just hit deploy, and it is. You just send the command send API. The result is transaction ID. Transaction ID gives you the address of the smart contract you have deployed on the blockchain. You can see that we are deploying to the Celo chain But the abstraction we are working with is so powerful that if you want to deploy to the Ethereum, you just change ETH. If you want to deploy to Binance Smart Chain, you just change to BSC. And more blockchains will support inside our API, the more abstract it will be, and we'll have more choices to just switch between multiple chains. So we have just deployed the token, the smart contract, and right now, what we want to do, we want to mint the new token. Again, we want to mint this token to Celo. We just communicate with the smart contract we have created, and we just mint the new ID of the token, let's say 1987, whatever. We can enter the URL of the token, and as you who are in the NFT space a little bit know, this URL is the URL of the data stored somewhere else. So again, we just hit the send, and we have minted the new token on the Celo chain. Similarly, we can just transfer this token we have just created. We can just transfer this token to some other recipient. We just need to enter the correct ID of the token. Again, we choose a Celo as a chain, the smart contract we are working with, and we just, again, send the command. So using these three very simple API calls, we were able to deploy NFT smart contract. We can mint as many tokens as we want. We can transfer those tokens between multiple recipients. And this is like the foundation for your project when you want to build some kind of a marketplace or want to integrate NFTs inside your project. You don't have to take care of the infrastructure. You don't have to take care of the smart contract as such. You just use it as a service and integrate it using our API, let's say. Thanks a lot. That's basically our presentation.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Sam. It looks like a really easy way for devs to get started building on the blockchain. Very cool. So next to talk with us is going to be Aleksey. He's the CTO at BigQuery. BigQuery focuses on providing blockchain data. So Aleksey, go ahead and tell us a little bit more about BigQuery.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm CTO and founder of the BigQuery. Please advance the slide. And we're building the data products for different blockchains. So it kind of complementary to the previous speaker. As I understand, they wrap the Web3 interface and their RPC to the nodes into our own interface. But we actually provide kind of different data that comes from the aggregated and indexed database that we keep for every blockchain. So now we're supporting Celo and Celo testnets, and more than 40 blockchains are supported now. And your blockchain application can actually read this information using very simple GraphQL API. You can build multiple types of applications based on that. You can do on-chain analytics. You can fetch historical data, monitor and look tokens, smart contracts, analyze money flow, read DeFi protocols, parsed DEX trades. So you will power your blockchain application with whatever data you need from the blockchain. And we kind of complementary to Web3 because Web3 does not provide this type of data. We provide analytical, aggregated, prepared data from the zero block to the current block. Please, the next slide. And what you can build. You can build something like trading view based on DEXs. So for that, you need, say, DEX trades endpoints in the GraphQL, and you read these open, close, low, high prices for some intervals, and you get trading view. Also, you can build usage statistics for your smart contracts or analyze users of your smart contracts, profiles of them. You can build money flow, and actually can build much more of that. Just some examples that people are building on top of our API. So whatever you need to for the data in your application, you can get it from our GraphQL interface. Please, the next slide. So what you do to start? First, you have to go to our easy IDE. So it's like a GraphQL IDE which help you to build the first query and start using it immediately, like in 5 minutes. You can try existing queries, and you can build your own query based on schema. If you want to include this query in your application, you have to get the API key, and you're ready to go. You can include it in the JavaScript on client side and browser, or you can call it from the server-side code from virtually any language. So first you go to GraphQL BigQuery.io, register there, build queries, and use this query in your code. That's easy. Nothing else is needed. Please, the next slide. No, it's previous. The next, please. Yes. So our website, BigQuery.io, it contains nice articles about the usage of the API with some real practical examples. It's not focused on any particular blockchain because the API is very universal, but it's, as I said, it covers Celo and Celo Baklava and Alpha Horace. If any questions, you can ask them in our Telegram channel or directly write in this email. So thank you very much. We're looking forward for your usage of our data API in your projects.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aleksey. Yeah, data is super important. Being able to get it and understand it and use it is important for projects. So here to talk to us next is Dave from Flipside, provides business intelligence for blockchain organizations. So Dave, go ahead and tell us some more about Flipside.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you. So where I'll begin here is just a bit on our technology, which we developed three plus years ago, which allows us to extract real-time transaction data from blockchains and uses behavioral modeling to identify stakeholder types. So we can distinguish the difference between a customer transaction, an exchange, a reward, a miner, et cetera. We've parsed about 50 chains, just a little more than 50 chains to date. And this gives us the ability to run real-time analytics and extract stakeholder behavior activities. The first thing that we do, which we'll be launching for Celo in 2 months or so, is we launch what's called a community console, which takes that data and begins to articulate movements of assets and by behavior types. So you can see some of this is for Terra, and you can see we might be looking at changes in accounts or transactions, fees. We can get very deep into the economics based on certain types of assets. So here's velocity of money, variance from peg for stable coins, swap volume. And what we'll often do, especially for a case like Celo, is we will break out behaviors of dApps or other providers that are happening on chain. But where it gets really exciting is when we roll out something for the community we call community-enabled analytics. What we do there is we work with treasuries and grants, and that allows us to open our entire data layer for the community itself, for anyone who's analytical in the community. And we present bounty programs to allow them to build analytics that they're interested in seeking and publishing those live. So as an example, here's a bounty program for Alchemix, which is an Ethereum project. As part of that, we will allow any analyst to get into our layer of analytical services. In this case, we could use SQL to build insights. All of our tables ready for analytics are here. You could change refresh rates, create APIs off of this. Look at the tables, create actually your own graph, and then from that, publish these publicly. So here's one from our service, but you can also use the API to build any of your own dashboards for the market, which many of analysts inside of programs end up doing. Here's a cool one that's merging Twitter data in with price data. For Celo, we will be launching this in the early fall. And I would just say, if you're looking to sign up to get involved as an analyst for the program, or you're looking to maybe like getting bounties for some of your analytical work, and you're fascinated, feel free to sign up on our Discord anytime, and you can get going. Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's super interesting. We always want to be able to do something with data that we have. So it really seems like we have, a way to build, a way to get data, and then a way to analyze it. So we'll go at this question for each of you. Who is the target audience for each of these tools? So, I'm a developer, but at what stage would I want to look at integrating each of these tools? So we'll go Samuel, Aleksey, Dave, to answer that question.
We are open to community and to any developer who would like to build on top of us. What we see recently that there's a lot of developers who knows what they want to build. They really know everything. They just start their profile, get API key, and in 3 days they're integrating it and their apps are live. So if they are skilled enough, and maybe if they know what they want to do, that's the best case. But also we are trying to focus on developers who don't fully understand blockchain and the PTs and pitfalls inside it. And for those, we have the abstraction, which we are trying to ease on the problem for them.
Yeah, and we have a pretty diverse kind of profiles of our customers. We have individual developers, startups who build in visual tools based on our API. And also we have some agencies and companies that say build the AML solutions and investigation tools for coin tracking based on our API called CoinPath. So this is a very large span of different applications. But the recent trend that we see, there are very lot of people using our API to just build their candlestick graphs. That's the trend that maybe appears 3 weeks ago, but now we are actually overflown with the request of people who wants to do that based on DEX trades. That's interesting.
Yeah, for our solutions, our primary customer is the community itself. So while the blockchain or the protocol is certainly interested in data that's operating on their system and who's doing what and when, what we see more of is that's driven primarily by the community's needs. What do they need to understand? If you go into any Discord or Telegram or any forum where community is speaking, hey, it would be great if we knew this or this about the behaviors of the token or of community members. So we spend our time culling those asks and those insights from the protocol and from the community, and then enabling the community to drive outcomes that they can all use to continue to operate within the ecosystem.
Fantastic. So it sounds like really at any stage, a developer is able to use the tools that, in some way. So what is the best way for developers to learn about each of these tools? The tutorials or documentation, or is there a learning module or anything? Maybe we'll go backwards. We'll confuse people. So let's go Dave first. Aleksey, you can be in the middle. It's the middle, and then Sam.
Sure. The easiest place for us is to join our Discord. In there, you will find all the sort of structure of our data layer. You can actually start playing with that now for Ethereum and a bunch of projects in there. And you can also find insights about how the bounty programs work and sort of get setups to be ready for Celo's launch on the platform.
Yeah, we have built the IDE, integrated development environment, which help build queries. And also we support Telegram channel with a lot of questions that developer ask there. And also we have nice articles. So on our website in the blog, we have examples of queries and description how to use it. That's the primary resources to start with.
We also have Telegram channel. There's a lot of developers asking their questions. Usually every day there's a bunch of them, and we sometimes are not able to answer all of that. Sorry for that, guys. But also have a lot of articles, trying to have workshops 2 or 3 times a month where we're trying to explain the pitfalls of the API or the use cases developers are trying to build. So Telegram channel, blog post, and workshops.
Fantastic. So it sounds like Discord, Telegram seem to be the 2 main ways to communicate. So Celo is really focused on being a mobile-first blockchain. How do each of these tools supplement that goal? And are there any things that developers need to be aware of if they're developing for mobile or developing for like a web-based application? Let's go Aleksey, Dave, and then Sam.
Yeah, we have mobile users. I mean, we have third-party applications that built on top of our API because GraphQL is a universal language. It runs from mobile and it is optimized in terms of bandwidth and request response complexity for mobile. So I think technically it's already like adapted for that. We're not specially supporting especially mobile users, but I think it's all lies in the same like bucket as everyone else. We don't see anything like different. It should be as easy as web.
Yeah, from our side, we're a we're analytics provider. So every insight or chart, et cetera, is responsive, ready to be found on mobile. If people are looking for outputs that they can study and analyze the chain's behavior, you can all of it will work on mobile. So yeah.
Same for us. We are basically REST API, so anyone can integrate the API into their mobile applications. We also are building like language-specific libraries, which can be included sometimes in the mobile to ease in the work with the API. And we are ready for any consumer of our API. It could be mobile or web, whatever.
Awesome, that's good to hear. So we have a couple minutes left. I just wanted to give each of you a chance if there's any last minute kind of things that you want the audience to know, or really just something that you want to emphasize about each of the projects and how developers can get started or why they'd want to use it. So I'll just let you guys each do some closing remarks. So we'll go back to the original order. We'll go Sam, Aleksey, and then Dave.
Okay, so again, I would like to thank you that I can be here and present Tatum and our product. Also, what we see, what I maybe didn't mention is that our API has free access to we have a free plans to access to our platform, so anyone can play around, and also the plans are like unlimited in terms of usage. So developers from like the countries where they cannot afford like the super like expensive services, they always build something for them and their applications. And we are always here to help on the Telegram. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to present our product here. And we like the Celo community and the Celo blockchain. And we're looking for developers who find some new ways of using the data. That's the most important thing. We think that this is undervalued right now. I mean, the value of the data of the blockchain is very much undervalued. And if you have some ideas how the data can be used, we are here to help you. So we can extend our API if needed or help you with querying or whatever, but we're looking for the new, fresh ideas of putting the value in the data of the blockchain. So again, thank you. Bye-bye.
I'll just close with I'm fascinated by each of the speakers here, and we're all dedicated to the developer community that forms around chains such as Celo, and that's a testament to how this whole industry is evolving, and what makes it so powerful that it's the hand of the consumer itself to actually utilize this technology to create value. So 3 different solutions, but all making the Celo blockchain better, and excited to be a small part of that.
Right, amazing. Thank you, gentlemen, for this is a great chat. I know that I'm really excited. I kind of want to go and start trying all of these rollouts in one project. Having these tools that can build, query, understand data, analyze it is really important. So thank you again, Sam, Aleksey, Dave. Thank you for your time. Thanks everyone for listening. So.